Good morning. Today I want to promote my two books that I have written, and you can find them on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million. You can even email me, or you can call me at 844-405-HELP. Email me at the Take Your Life Back Today Show. So it's Take Your Life Back Today Show at gmail.com. I'm going to read to you one chapter out of my book. It's actually from the name of one of my books, which is Struggles Became My Strength. This is chapter 34, and I just want you folks to kind of listen to it to get a basic idea what one of my books is about. Our personalities are made up of a collection of strengths and of weaknesses. As humans, it's our nature to face some struggles, but we also have the power to turn these weaknesses into strengths simply by using them the right way. I love those who can smile in trouble, who can gather strength through distress, and grow brave by rejection. 'Tis the business of little minds to shrink, but those whose heart is firm and whose conscience approves their conduct will pursue principles into death. Just looking at the number of successful people who had to overcome their own struggles to get to where they are today to inspire everyone, including us. People like Bill Gates, Stephen King, Oprah Winfrey, Steven Spielberg, and Franklin Roosevelt. This particular video, and in this case radio spot, details some of the challenges these individuals, among others, faced on their way to fame and fortune. And it shows just some of the ways that you can use your weaknesses or failings to your benefit. Let's talk about the 7 tips to turn your weaknesses into strengths. The first one is shyness. While being shy can certainly make life more difficult, there are a number of advantages to embrace your shyness and turning them into your strength. Shy people tend to be put more thought into every action, meaning they are careful in making decisions and always weigh the pros and cons of a particular situation before reacting to that situation. Selfishness. It might seem like selfishness is a very negative personal trait, but there are a number of benefits you can gain by embracing your selfish attitude in a healthy way. People tend to think that selfish people are inconsiderate of others or greedy and bossy, but being preoccupied with your own well-being is actually a necessity survival instinct. Try to be self-focused rather than self-involved and turn your weaknesses into strength. By ensuring that your own needs are met before you stretch yourself to other people's needs, you will be at your best. Selfish people tend to be more confident, happier, and more successful. And they will excel in leadership roles. They don't give up and willing to do whatever it takes to complete the task at hand. If they fall 7 times, they will stand up 8 times. Big ego. This trait goes hand in hand with selfishness. A healthy ego means you are more confident and more likely to take risks to achieve your goals. While having a big ego can certainly lead to more self-destructive tendencies, if you can keep your ego in check, you can certainly use it to your advantage. Rather than being arrogant, a healthy ego means you aren't afraid to show pride in your past accomplishments, and that you recognize own self-worth. Your ego can help you with your fears and push through difficult times because you are what you are capable of and you have the confidence to keep going. These are important traits in both building business relationships and personal ones and can give you a competitive edge. Sensitivity. Reacting negatively to criticism can only hinder your career growth, but it can also make it more difficult to successfully build networks. Build your emotional independence by initiating situations that you might normally not do, increasing your tolerance for criticism and making you less sensitive to any negative feedback. Neuroticism. Disorder anxiety is never a good thing, but a bit healthy neuroticism definitely have its advantages, especially in business. By harnessing those feelings and anxiety, neurotic people can benefit from their perceived weakness and act on some potential negative emotions. Your nervous energy can drive you to meet deadlines without procrastinating and prepare sufficiency and meticulously for a report or a presentation. Pessimism. Motivational speakers and self-help gurus will tell you about the power of positive thinking, but there is a lot to be gained from a healthy dose of negative thinking as well. Pessimism helps you keep a clear head and prevents you from being overly trusting or excessively confident. A healthy amount of doubt will help push you to put your best effort into every situation and can help you feel more satisfied and see positive results. Messiness. While organization is thought to be one of the key indicators to successful individual, there are some studies that show that messy people tend to have more creative, outside-the-box thinking. Organization can be learned, but by embracing your messiness, you could be using your time more efficiently and enjoying more positive, healthy relationships and more success at work. Einstein once said, "If a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind, then what are we to think of an empty desk?" Orderliness does not have benefits, but if it's not something that comes naturally to you, it's better not to force it. Not only will you spend more time trying to get organized and less time to other priorities, there's also evidence that a tidy, uncluttered space restricts creativity and inspiration. Make most of your creative mind and don't worry too much about trying to organize your space. Do some self-inventory and come up with a new type of weakness, maybe a few different weaknesses you might have. By developing an awareness of how your weakness might impact you personally and hinder you both personally and professionally, you are already one step closer to taking steps to turn these traits around and having your struggles become your strengths, which is the title of one of my books. The other title of my first book is Bottoms Up, Surrendering to God, Not to Booze. And basically what that book is about, I talk about my Marine Corps days. I talk about my own struggles with addiction. I talk about tragedy in my life. I talk about my upbringing. I talk about God, and I talk about miracles. 2 books available now on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, and many other bookstores. The name of my first book is Bottoms Up, Surrendering to God, Not to Booze. And the second book is Struggles Became My Strength. They are both available now in your most large bookstores online. Some bookstores you can find them maybe in your hometown, or you can call me at 844-405-HELP, or email me at takeyourlifebacktodayShow@gmail.com. 844-405-HELP, or takeyourlifebacktodayShow at gmail.com. And the name of the books, once more, is Bottoms Up, Surrendering to God, Not to Booze. And the other book is called Struggles Became My Strength. I hope you all enjoyed listening about my books a little bit, gave you a basic idea. That was one chapter that I just read to you, and that was chapter 34, titled 7 Tips to Turn Your Struggles into Strengths, because your struggles will make you stronger. You fall 7 times in life, my friends, and you get up 8 times. Take good care, and we'll talk to you real soon. Bye-bye now.